So it's not over until the Red Sea parts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good.
There's some other cliches that you've heard that are similar, but we like that one.
Yeah.
So we're going to go with that one. Welcome to Coffee with Ken. I'm here with Ken Brown, CEO of Destiny Global, and
Good morning.
Butch McCracken. He is a general manager here at Destiny Global, and I am Dr. April Brown, and I am Executive Vice President of Coaching here at Destiny Global. We're so glad to have y'all this morning,
Yes.
and that's what we're talking about, that it's not, we can think that things are over. It can look like it's over, but if we have something that we know our destination is, and we're not there yet, then it's not over.
It's not over. Got to keep going.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
keep pushing.
Pressing in.
Do you have any examples in your life of where this has been true?
Well, yes, we're still on the journey with several things to get across the chasm to the other side. Yes. But when I was talking earlier on some of the greatest businesses in American history, well, really in world history, all of them that are great started typically through difficult beginnings, that it took courage for someone to keep pressing on and not stopping. Example is FedEx.
Yeah.
Butch mentioned Amazon, that at the beginning it was tough going. It wasn't this great global company that everybody was talking about. This was the company that was going to fail because they couldn't make payroll. And then all of a sudden it happened and they made it and they got things going, and the next thing you know, it explodes. And packages can end up on your door the next day.
Yeah.
Crazy things happen when you don't quit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't stop.
Yeah, and we can have, even with that, expectations of how things are supposed to happen or a timeline. It's not necessarily like a destination isn't a timeline. We actually had a vacation that we went on to Branson, Missouri, and it was like a 6.5 hour drive, and it ended up being 18 hours. And it was actually, the journey was part of some of the best memories that we have to this day of that particular vacation. And sometimes we're just rushed to get to the destination instead of really appreciating what that journey looks like, and that it's not it's not always a time frame. We can't put it in a time frame, but we can put it in what we know that's where we're going, and we can just be on the brink of it. We can just be on the brink of it, and we know that if there's an obstacle, just like what we said in the beginning of the Red Sea, you have an obstacle and it looks like, but you know that you're not in the promised land.
No.
So you got to go through the obstacle to get to the promised land.
Yep.
Yeah,
And know that if you're called to that destination, don't stop. It may look
Keep
impossible. I guarantee you, in the greatest book ever written, when Moses stood on the edge of that sea and it was still there, it's like, uh-oh, what are we going to do now? And the water started parting.
Yes.
There was some joy and jubilation, right? Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Reading this morning in Joshua, when they were going, he was taking them into the promised land, parting the Jordan so that the Ark of the Covenant could be walked through. And I just envisioned what it took to have faith and to walk through that.
Yeah.
And imagine walking through the Red Sea, and I think we've all seen the movie The Ten Commandments.
Yeah.
And the walls of water that are up next to you that are defying, they're pushing the boundaries of your understanding, but that's where you can't lean on that. You have to just lean on the faith and take that step one at a time, walking through.
Right. Well, it's so amazing. I was talking with someone, here, so much talk about, God's going to do a miracle again. He does miracles every day. It's just, that's just the God that we serve, because everything he does is miraculous. There is nothing that he does not do that is not supernatural, because he himself defies nature, because he is above it.
Yeah.
There is no time in heaven.
No.
There is no space in heaven.
No.
It's crazy because he's above it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not subject to it.
Yeah. I do think we do lose perspective because they still had to take steps and they still had to
Yes.
do things, and it's
Yeah.
really determination. You have to stay determined that if you lose that focus of the promised land,
Yeah.
and you're just like, you know, you get
So
settled, you
close.
get comfortable, you get,
Mhm.
and so it's determination that you know where you're going, and you know what is there and still to come.
And I think it's
Yes.
so important to focus
Mm-hmm.
because you're going to hit the storms in your expectations.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yes.
So if you're going to focus on the storm
Mm-hmm.
versus the
Mhm.
result,
Right.
because to get
Mhm.
to that result, especially in business or relationships, you got to press through
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
the stuff you don't want to because you're focused on the end game.
Mhm.
Yes.
Like that's got to be your focus.
Yes.
Is
Mhm.
what am I going to get on the other side of this? What's it going to look like? Because that's why I'm doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But sometimes you
Yeah.
can get confused on the journey. We were just talking
Mhm.
about this.
mhm.
You know, you've been to a certain part, a certain state that we won't mention, but you drove through a very bad place.
Yeah.
But when you came out on the other side of where you were going, what happened?
It was gorgeous. Like
Mm-hmm.
multi-million-dollar hotels, beautiful landscape of the beach,
Mm-hmm.
and the indefinite ocean.
But it didn't look like it when you were driving in, did it? You
Oh,
thought you
no.
were at the wrong place,
Yep. Where'd I turn at?
Mhm.
where you took the wrong turn.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can feel that way in life, that we've taken the
Mhm.
wrong turn, but actually it's just your determination and pressing through that situation to get to the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you touched on it about focus. Like, what are you focusing on? Are you focusing on the problem? There's a sea here.
Yeah. Which could be an issue, but
Yeah, but if you're just focusing on that, or you're focusing on, there's a promise that we're
Mhm.
going to the promised land, and we just gotta go through this, and you focus on who is walking with you,
Mhm.
who has promised that, and you
Yeah.
focus on those things
Yes.
and who you're believing in, not what the problem is.
yeah.
If God has called you to it, if your Creator has called you to it, I'm spilling coffee.
Coffee's
On
getting
Coffee
so
with Ken, I'm
excited.
getting so excited. Yeah, it's got coffee in it. Yes. When God calls you to something,
Mhm.
He will get you through.
Mhm.
Stay the course, because what
Mm,
He
so
what
good.
He anoints and He appoints,
Mhm.
He will provide the way through it. Whether it's funds, whether it's people, resources, whatever it is,
Yeah.
stick to it.
Yeah.
Yes. And we're kind of got a little bit outside of maybe what we talk about at Coffee with Ken, but we actually, before this Coffee with Ken, we went to go look for something, went shopping, a little
Mhm.
treat,
Yes, you did.
and found some jewelry there. And one was the Red Sea, and it was just like so powerful to think of how just when you have something good and you have something that you know is good, and you know you're not there until it is good.
Mm.
All the problems are not the promised land.
Right. It's true.
And
Right.
so it's walking through them to get there, and it was so powerful for me. So I hope that has been
That's good.
powerful for those who are joining us today. And these are the kind of things that we continue, and part of what we do at First Step Success, that we actually have
Mhm.
on Friday nights. We have spiritual equipping,
we
which
do.
is something that we always try to offer as well, because all of these things are so important.
That's right.
What is our purpose, and what is we can get all these skills, but really at the end of the day, like, what is our purpose?
Mhm.
What have we been designed for? What is our identity? These things that we're continually trying
Mhm.
to show and help people to know. So we do have an event that is coming up
We
Yeah.
do.
in
Yes.
April
Yeah,
14th through 16th.
Yes,
So we do have we give skills on how relationships, business, how to increase your income. So powerful.
Yeah.
But we also have spiritual equipping, because we think that's such a integral part of it that
Yes.
people are always
And guess
invited to
what?
come to. What?
You're going to be teaching at Spiritual Equipping.
Oh my gosh, he always announces these things. Actually, y'all just heard it. awesome. So anyway, thank you for
No
for
going back,
that.
girl.
Yeah,
Go
it's done.
forward.
It's already on Coffee with Ken. It's
Yeah.
announced. So anyway, join us.
Yeah.
We love
for,
it.
for
Dallas,
that
Texas.
in
Yes.
Dallas. Yes, thank you for mentioning. Dallas, Texas, April 14th through 16th. Get your ticket. Information is below, and we will want to see you there.
We
want to.
do.
We just love having a community where we come together, like-minded. If especially during this day and age, just coming together live. We love that.
Yeah.
We miss that
Community.
a lot, being together.
Yeah.
And so we want you to be there. So information below. Click
Yeah.
there, get your ticket. And we also have,
Yes.
you're so excited. Just tell them.
Well, I love the Ignite Your Life. If you're not plugged into that
Yes.
right now, let me just
So
tell you that
good.
the teachings that Jackie and Carmen are doing, because it is so focused. It's very focused teaching once a month, and then opened. The teaching comes out, and then the next week you get a Q&A session on Zoom, and all of us come together, and
Yeah.
it is just a
It got me
phenomenal thing.
refocused
It
this
did.
last week. They kind of got
Yeah,
a little booty kicking in there. And
I like it.
I needed a little bit of
Yeah.
booty kicking to get back focused and
Right.
some things I need to do and stay focused on. And that
Yes.
yeah. Anyway,
So I'm
that's
so
it's really
grateful
good. And
for
if you come
them
to
doing
the event, you're in Ignite Your Life, and you come to the event, there's a free training that they're giving there as well
Mm.
on Saturday night. And you don't want to miss that. You get a little orange tag. We got to be together.
Yeah, it's
in
really
a
good.
smaller
Yeah.
environment
It is.
and get to kind of fellowship with that. So we want to see you there. Click down below. Ignite Your Life is down below, and you can get your ticket for First Steps to Success. Want to see you there. And that's it for today. Coffee with Ken. Thanks for joining us. And press
Yes.
like and share and all the things. Comment below where you're from so we can say hi to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we'll see you next time.
Have a great day.